to your anger or those who have astray. Amen.
Thank you, Sadia. Next, I would like to call Usha of 3rd BCom for Tamil translation.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். அளவற்ற அருளாளன் நிகரற்ற அன்புடையோன் அல்லாவின் பெயரால் ஆரம்பம் செய்கிறேன். அனைத்து புகழும் அகிலத்தாரின் இரட்சகனாகிய அல்லாவுக்கே உரியது. அளவற்ற அருளாளன் மிக கிருபையுடையவன். அவனே நியாய தீர்ப்பு நாளின் அதிபதி. எங்கள் இரட்சகா, உன்னையே நாங்கள் வணங்குகிறோம். உன்னிடமே நாங்கள் உதவியும் தேடுகிறோம். நீ எங்களை நேரான வழியில் நடத்துவாயாக. நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, Usha. Now, I request everyone to rise up for Tamil Thai Valse. Please, girls. Thank you, everyone. Have your seats. Now, I request our department wonderful personality, our beloved Dr. P. Kavita ma'am, to deliver the welcome address. Please, ma'am.
Wishing the people is blessing. Wishing the people is a blessing. The blessed people achieve their ambition and get success in their all the ways of life and career. Distinguished resource person, a reverend and the most honorable secretary and correspondent of our college, eminent advisor sir, honorable principal madam, respected vice principal madam, dignified assistant professors, and respected participants from various institutions and my dear students. Good morning to one and all. Today, the PG and Research Department of Commerce organizes national-level webinar on data analysis using AMOS. I am Dr. P. Kavita, Assistant Professor of PG and Research Department of Commerce. I feel proud and I take my own privilege to deliver the welcome address in this auspicious occasion. I feel immense pleasure to welcome our distinguished resource person, Dr. K. Kishore, Assistant Professor of PG and Research Department of Commerce, Uris College, Vellore. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for this one-day nation-level webinar on data analysis using AMOS. On this occasion, I express that we are all very fortunate and thankful to have you as a resource person, and also we are very much thank you for accepting our invitation and consented to be the resource person and consented to impart highly valuable information and training on AMOS. Once again, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. I feel very much proud to welcome the most honorable, dynamic and active secretary and the correspondent of our college, Janasi Chiragman sir, for this webinar. On this occasion, we make a note that service towards the development of a college and the students community is highly admirable and amazing. SAR is always encouraging us to organize this kind of program for the benefits of students, research scholars and academicians, etc. We are all very fortunate to work under the guidance of such a generous and dynamic secretary and correspondent. I make a red carpet welcome you all for this one-day national webinar on data analysis using MOs. Extend my hearty welcome to our Reverend and Honorable Academic Advisor, Dr. Major Syed Shagabuddin Sir, for this highly valuable webinar. SAR is not only academic advisor, also SAR is a backbone of our college. SAR is advising and directing to move in the right direction in all the academic matter. Once again, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for this one-day national webinar on data analysis using MOs. I extend a genial welcome to our Honorable Principal, Dr. Renu Ma'am, for this webinar. I make warm welcome to our respected Vice Principal, Dr. Arifa Bashir Ma'am. I extend my warm and cordial welcome to all the Honorable Head of the Departments, respected professors, dear research scholars, and students from various colleges. I make gracious welcome to all the admirable Head of the Departments and dignified professors of our department, and Head of the Departments and active research scholars of our college. Last but not the least, I make a mind-blowing welcome to all the super students of our department and the students from other departments of our college. Learning makes person more wise. The wise person achieves success in their life and career. This is the right juncture to learn about MOs, which makes us more knowledgeable and help us to do advanced data analysis using MOs and to do research. Once again, I make hearty welcome to everyone for this national webinar on data analysis using MOs. Thank you very much.
Now, I request Mrs. Satyanila ma'am to introduce our resource person. Please, ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all present. I'm very much glad to introduce our resource person, Dr. Kishore sir. He is working as assistant professor from September 2002 to till date. And also he has completed UGC NET. And also he conducted successfully various workshops and seminars of innovative recent topics. It is very useful to update an academic knowledge with line to technology. And also his professional experience, member of Inspection Commission and Board of Studies of Trivandrum University, and Inspection Commission member of Approved New College, and also Islamia College, Wanembadi at present, and Auxilium College, Vellore at present, and life member of Indian Accounting Association, certified resource person of Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, and life member of Indian Accounting Association. Is it audible or not?
Yeah, it's audible. Okay.
Thank you. And life member of Indian Accounting Association, certified resource person, Indian Institute of Corporate Affairs, and Securities and Exchange Board of India in past, and his external examiner for research scholars in Muthrangam Government Arts and Science College, Vellore, and Auxilium College, Vellore, and resource person for technical and professional development of faculties and scholars in IBM, SPSS, IBM OMOS, and Urkan training, plagiarism-free report writing, and styles in academic research writing, and online teaching and training LMS, Google applications, and research and publications ethics, and creating video lectures. And also, he conducted various published various articles and journals, and also he credits and copyrights for several international journals and analytical reviews and Indian Journal of Commerce and Management Studies and also member of International Association of Business, Commerce and Technology in New York, and acted as authorized resource person of Securities and Exchange Board of India till 2015, and owned 20 copyright materials provided by Harvard Business for lecture, and also he provided and produced more PhD scholars and more than 20 MPhil scholars. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, coming to the main purpose of the event, now I would like to call Dr. K. Kishore sir to take over the session. Please, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. And there's a small correction in my introduction. I didn't approve Islamic College and Auxilium College. Actually, I'm board of member of Auxilium and Islamic College. So, for dear participants, a small correction in that. So, thank you. Anyhow, I am very much happy to be part of this webinar as a resource person. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Kavita, my friend and long-term associate in academic activities. Thank you, ma'am, for inviting me and sharing me this auspicious webinar. Thank you very much. And I would like to sincerely thank the management, Dr. Renu, the principal, who have given the permission to conduct this webinar as well. Thank you very much, Principal Ma'am, Dr. Renu. And I would like to thank personally Shahabuddin sir, who I don't know whether he's here or not. He is a very senior most faculty in our university as well, both the combined as Madras University and the Trivandrum University. Yeah, I have got many inputs from him personally, so thank you very much, sir. And I like to really thank the secretary and correspondent Kaisa Ahmed sir as well. It gives me immense pleasure to be part of this webinar as a resource person as well. So thank you very much. So straight away I'll get into the topic. Okay, let us start. I was told that the big audience is sitting in the college and doing so. Girls, participants, good luck. Learn as quick as possible. Okay, as quick as possible because it is going to be with you for all your projects and thesis work, all these things, and all your research works. Okay, fine. So thank you for a very good introduction as well. Thank you very much. Now, so let me begin. Yeah, let me begin. See, Amos is an extension of SPSS. Okay, so IBM. It is an extension of SPSS. I'm going to share my screen, and then I will take you to the hands-on session. So I hope that you all received the material. Those who can able to do it with me, you can do it because I'll be slow. I'll be slowly doing it. So those who are able to do that with me, you can do it. Okay, fine. And yes, my screen is there. Okay. Yes, I think one person need to mute. The organizer kindly see that mic is disturbing. There. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so to begin with, so IBM SPSS. Okay, IBM SPSS. So from where you can get this Amos software is just go to IBM SPSS website, download the trial version. Okay, if you want to work for more than 15 days, after 15 days you can go for a paid version. Okay, so this is SPSS Amos. It gives lot of opportunities to build your models. Okay, to make it into models. Okay, so that's it. So you need to do, you can try this. So try SPSS for free. Okay, fine. So let me begin my analysis with the basic level. Okay, fine. So after installing the Amos software, when you open it, you can see this particular window will open. Okay, this is the window Okay, this is the window where you can see. So this is the Amos window, the graphics window, where you can show all your diagrams and all your results can be shown from this particular interface. Now, so let me give you some basic instructions first to draw it. See, here you can see a rectangular box. Okay, rectangular box. So this rectangular box is to draw. Okay, this will allow you to draw the boxes. Okay, this is rectangular box, and another one is, this is for latent variable. So you can see a circle here. So these are all basics. Okay, so this is rectangular box and this is circle box, and this particular diagrams or icons will help you to take this your rectangle box and your circle box to move here and there as per your need, as per the diagram needs. Okay, fine. Now let me show you with an example, with a data example, and then we will explain all these icons step by step. Okay, all these icons step by step while doing the analysis. Right now, the first one, the first analysis is, it is related to the SAT scores. Okay, SAT scores. Okay, we'll be doing, first we will be doing data. Okay, with several measurements on each of 21 states. 3 of measurements will be used in this tutorial. That is, average SAT score will be used, per capita income will be used, and median education for residents will be used. So all this will be used to test the covariance. Okay, to covariate, to build a model. Okay, so let me explain. So let me explain the data first, and after that I will draw a diagram. Okay, slowly, those who have the diagram can open the Excel sheet and then you can follow. Okay, now the first thing which we are going to do is Hamilton. So with this data, so I hope everybody are looking at it. Shall I make it bigger? Yeah, is this audible? Is this clear now? Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is A. So the A column, B column and C column. So A column is SAT score. Okay, SAT score of 21 states. Okay, of 21 states. Okay, assume that it is net score. Okay, it is net score of 21 states. And the second one is income. Second one is income. Okay, this is income. This row is income. And the third one is education. So this is education. Education is the median score of 21 states. So 899 is a score of one state, income of one state, and education of one state. Okay, median of one state. So with these three data, we are going to build a model. Okay, we are going to build a model, and we are going to test covariances and correlations between the education and income and the SAT score. How it is affecting the SAT score. Okay, so let me begin it. So let me explain it again. See, education, income, and SAT score. Now what we are going to test is whether education and income has a relationship, and whether these two factors or these two variables affect the SAT score of an individual, of the individual. Okay, let me put it like that. And the other one is the error term. So all this will be doing it now. So I will do it very slowly. Okay, I'll do it very slowly. You can look at it. Okay, you can look at it. So let me delete all this. Okay. Now, in order to bring in data from Excel sheet to Amos, what I have to do is I have to go to File. Okay, and you can see here data file. I'm doing it slowly. Okay, File, and then I'm going to data file. I'm going to click data file there, and after clicking that, a pop-up window will open, and there I am going to click file name. Okay, I'm going to click file name. So I have to bring the file from a folder. Okay, from a folder. So it is in this particular folder, in almost folder. So I am going to click this user guide. So from that file, okay, that file I am bringing it. Okay, I am opening it and I'm going to click OK. Okay, done. Right. Now that particular data, that Excel sheet is now in AMOS. Okay, now in AMOS interface. Now in that you need you saw many sheets were there, many sheets were. So what sheet I am going to take it for analysis is Hamilton. Okay, it's Hamilton. I am going to click OK. So from that Hamilton I am going to work. Okay, done. I'm going to click OK. Done. So now the file is inside. Okay, the working file is inside. Now the second step is I need to draw the variables. Okay, draw the variable. So let me draw it. See here, I'm going to click here. I'll repeat it again. After doing it, I'll repeat it again. Okay, so I'm going to click this rectangle box and I'm going to draw a rectangle here. Okay, right. So this is one. So in order to draw another rectangle, so you know education is a variable, income is a variable, and SAT score is also a variable. Okay, so 3 rectangle boxes I need. So I'm going to duplicate this. So the same this rectangle again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate. Here you can see a object. Okay, you can see an object here, icon. So if I go there, you can see duplicate object. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to press here and pull it. Okay, so this is second one, and again I'm going to press here and I'm going to bring it here. Okay, right. So now 3 variables, right? And then what I need to do is I need to give a error term here. Okay, so I'll tell you when you need to do it. So let me name this rectangle. I'm going to click this box and I'm going to right click it, and you can see object properties, right? I'm going to click object properties. Now I'm going to write here as education. Okay, education. And okay, now the second rectangle box is income. So I'm going to write it income, right? And here the third one is SAT score. Okay, SAT score, right? Done. So see here, there is a score. Education is here, income is here, education of the resident, the median score of the resident's education, and income of the resident. Okay, the average of the particular state. So 21 states. So each state had a income and each state had an education score. Now whether these two, that is education and income, has an effect on SAT score. Okay, this is what we are going to find out. Okay, whether there is a effect on SAT because of education and income. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to link this rectangle box to this particular rectangle box, and we need to see correlation between education and income. Okay, so all these things will be done in one particular diagram. Okay, one particular diagram. So let me draw the correlation first. You can see here there is a two arrow edged icon. So I'm going to click it and I'm going to bring it here and I'm going to pull it from income to education. Okay, now correlation. This is correlation arrow. Okay, so both ended are edged. Okay, arrow edged. Okay, right. Now the next one is I am going to link this education to SAT. I am going to check whether education has an impact on SAT. So there is single edged arrow. So I am going to bring it here. So from here, okay, I am going to bring it there. And again, I am going to check whether income has an effect on SAT score. Okay, now done. So in almost there is a rule. Okay, there is a rule. If any arrow points a rectangular box, okay, if any arrow points a rectangular box, then that particular rectangular box should have an error term. Okay, should have an error term. Okay, we call it as, we can mention it with the help of circular diagram. Okay, so let me draw a circular diagram, or there is other way. See here, there is one, add a unique variable to an existing variable. Okay, I'm going to click here, and I'm going to click on this particular box. Okay, now I clicked it, that latent variable object is there. Now I'm going to click it again, so it will come to the I can rotate it so that my diagram looks clear now. Okay, now this is done. So let me name this. Going to right click, object, other. Okay, other, done. So now all the three are over. Now I have named all the variables. Okay, so education, income, and SAT. Now what I am going to do, I am going to run, and I am going to check whether there is any relationship between these particular variables. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to run it. So to run, what I can do is go to analysis. Okay, go to analysis, and you can see calculate estimates. I'm going to click calculate. So before that I need to save it. So by default it will ask for saving. So let me save it as T1. Okay, T1. I'm going to save it. Okay, now it is calculating. Okay, then okay, it is running. Yeah, you can see since it is live, it will take some time. Now it is done. Okay, done. So here you can see something happened. Okay, it means that it has run the program. Now we can go for the analysis results. Okay, so I'm going to click here. You can see here there is a icon which tells view the output path diagram. Okay, now you can see automatically the results are here. So this is an error term, and this is SAT score. So these three are variables, and this is correlation. See, this 0.13 is correlation between income and education. Okay, income and education, and this is the covariance bit. So this 136.02 is covariance from to education to SAT, and income to SAT covariance is 2.16. Okay, and this is the box, and this is the result. This is the actual result. Okay, so within the path diagram you can see this. See, the other way to take an elaborate view about this particular diagram is that, so you can copy this and you can paste it in your research report. Okay, now there is another elaborate way of looking at this particular analysis. Okay, that is, you can see here view text. Here there is an icon called view text. Okay, so let me click that. Yeah, now you can see the detailed way of. Okay, now I'm going to click here estimates. You can see left hand side, there you can see estimates. Okay, estimates, that estimate you can see. Now SAT and education. So here you can see the regression weights. Okay, the regression weights, education and SAT score. It is 136.022. That means education has more impact on SAT score. Okay, the final result. Okay, education has more result, more impact on SAT score, because that is 136.022. Okay, the standard error is 30.555, and here you can see the CR. Okay, the CR is nothing but you need to check this particular CR. If it is more than 1.76, if it is 1.96, it is more, that is greater value. Okay, so that is the main example, main point where you need to see. If it is 1.96, then you can automatically take it. Okay, you can automatically take it for analysis. So that's why we are looking at that particular CR value. Okay, so let me give you a clear idea about that CR. See that it should be 1.96. Okay, it should be 1.96, and the significance level should also be 0. Okay, yes. Right. So, and to further explain, you can see here, this is the p-value here, is the p-value. It tells that it is 000. So 3 star denotes 000. So from this analysis, we can clearly tell that the regression, when we regress the data, you can see there is more relationship between education and the SAT score, right? Education and the SAT score, and there is less impact within income and the SAT score. Okay, how we can conclude? We can conclude that income doesn't have any point of scale when it comes to scoring the SAT scores. Okay, and again there is another one here. You can see education, income, and others. Okay, other is nothing but the error term. Okay, the error term. Okay, fine. So if you have any doubt in this, you can ask me, or else I will repeat the same model again. Do you have any doubt? Shall I repeat it again from the beginning? Yeah, I have seen that. So we don't have any questions. So I will repeat it again. So I am going to do it from the beginning. Okay.
Sir, sir, very good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, this is Professor Tawfiq from Mazalum College. Sir,
Yes.
I have a doubt, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
if the result not significant, what should we do, sir?
Sir, if the result is significant, mean you can clearly tell that there is no significance. Okay, you no need to worry about it, because I have this question everywhere. Okay, so they think
Yes, sir.
that, yeah, they think that if it is, just switch off your mic, switch off your mic.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Yeah, what happens, everybody answers question. If the significant level is 0.05, if your result is if your significance is 0.05 only, it is correct. Okay, if it is above that, then it is not significant. That's all you need to write it, that it is not significant. Okay, nothing else to do, so the data which you used is not significant. That is the result. Okay, so you got my point. If it is 0.005 below it, then it is significant. If it is more than that, not significant. That's it. Your result is that. So whatever data and whatever analysis result you get, you have to interpret it. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, nothing to worry about. If it is not significant, you have to tell not significant. If it is significant, you have to tell significant. That's it. Okay. I will do it again. See here, file. I'm going to bring the data inside the MOS. So I'm going to file, can see a data files, and I'm going to bring data inside from the Excel sheet. User, yeah, I will answer this. I'm also seeing the chat box. Okay, user guide open. I will answer the question now, sir, while doing the diagram. And I'm going to bring this Hamilton file inside. Okay, see, the file is inside. You can also view this by using this icon, view data. Okay, yeah, it is inside now. It is inside almost. So there are 21 states scored. This is one state, this is one state, this is one state. So like that, 21 is here. So income of that state, okay, 14.345, 16, and education, the education median score, this is 12.7. Okay, so each state, 21 states. Okay, I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to use the almost diagram. Okay, analysis diagram. So first is the variables. I'm going to click this rectangle box, and I'm going to bring it here, and I'm going to draw. Okay, just draw. So 1. So let me duplicate it. So here you can see duplicate icon. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to click on this particular box and then pull it. Okay, so I'm just pulling it, that's it. And again, one more rectangle box I needed. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to bring it here. Okay, so all 3 rectangles over. Now error term. So someone is asking in the chat box, error term. Why error term? See, if any arrow points, see, I'm going to bring an arrow. So education to SAT score, and income to SAT score. So if any arrow points a rectangle, then this is an impact. Okay, so this is the result actually. Okay, this is the result because of these two variables. So if it is so, like the significance level, like a 0.05, we need to look at error term. So how much error you can bring out in that. So that is called error terms. Y means it is like, like residues going and settling there, right? Like residues going and settling there. So in order to do that, as a rule, if any single-headed arrow points the rectangle box, then it should have a error box, okay, error term, that is latent variable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. You can see this is the latent variable. I'm going to click that and I'm going to bring it here and click it here. Okay, I'm going to click. So in the first click it comes there. So it doesn't look nice. So I want to bring it this side. So I'm going to click on the rectangular box again.
Sir, sorry, sir. Screen is not visible, sir.
Yeah, so screen is visible. Just pin on my screen, sir. Screen is visible, sir. So screen is visible. Pin on that. Okay. Yeah. Now this is done. So 1, 2, 3 rectangle boxes, 1 and circular. Fine. Now latent variable is also done. Now I'm going to name it. Okay. Now already data is inside. Data is named. Now one thing what I can do it, I can pull it. I can also pull the diagram. See how to pull it. List variables in the model. Okay. You can see this is another way of bringing it. So education and income and SAT score. Okay, done here. And here what I can do, I can put object other. Okay, done. Okay, other. So I'm going to see whether there is correlation between these two. So bring it here, going to draw this. Right, so everything is done. Now I'm going to do the analysis. I'm going to check the analysis. So go to analysis and calculate estimates. Okay, so I need to save first. So the space, almost will ask for saving the file. So let me save it as T2. So already there is T1, so I'm going to save T2. Okay, see here there was a something happened in the corner. It means that it is run automatically. Okay, right. So now to check the results here, I have to go and click here. So view the output path diagram. So I'm going to click here. Now you can see the results. Okay, so this is the correlation and this is the variance from education to SAT and income to SAT, and this is the other. Okay, so this is one more error term. Okay, so error term is any arrow which points a rectangle should have an error term. Okay, in order to avoid this errors, like that question 0.05, there are many errors will be there in the data, right? So all this data will be merged together and it will be like a it will show as a latent variable. Okay, so that's the pointer. Fine. Right. So this is how you need to draw the diagram, and for further analysis you can look at the text output. So view text. Okay, view text. Now here you can see this is estimate. You can see estimates here. If I click estimates here, automatically you will have. So this result you will be taking it to your analysis. Okay, so you can cut and copy this or you can export it. Okay, export it to Word. So it is very clear that education and SAT has high impact. Okay, done. So this is first part. So the second part is, let us check estimating variances and covariances. Okay, estimate variances and covariances. So I will make it little bit faster. Okay, little bit faster, and you can ask questions after that. Okay, after that. So let me close this and let me open a new graphics. Okay, new graphics. Now this is for estimating variance and covariances. Okay, right. Now let me show you the data. Let me explain the data and then I will take you to the analysis part. Okay, so an Excel sheet, I'm going for an Excel sheet. Now you can see this is the data. So here you can see this is subject. Okay, subject is nothing but persons. Okay, person. So person 1, So let me meet as person. Okay, person or sample. Okay, so person 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like that you have 40 persons. Okay, so these 40 persons were given a booklet. Okay, they were given a booklet containing advertisements. Okay, so these 40 persons were given a booklet containing advertisement. Okay, and they were asked to recall the pictures. Okay, they were asked to recall the pictures. Okay, recall the advertisements, right? So this is called recall 1. And if they are not able to recall, they gave some clues. Okay, they gave some cue, we call it as cue, right? So this is this column, so they gave them the cue. And the third one is they asked them to tell where was the advertisement placed. Okay, where was the advertisement placed, right? So this was a 3 scores. This can happen in everywhere. So before and after. Okay, so we have two data here. So they give a training to this 40 persons. After that, so before training, this is the result. So recall 1, queued 1, placed 1. Before training, this was the result. And after that, these 40 persons were given training. They were given training on memory skills. Okay, on memory skills. And after that, they checked again. Okay, they checked again. So this is the second second time analysis report. Okay, place recall 2, queued 2, and placed 2. Okay, so let me repeat it. So 40 persons were chosen for a research to recall their memory. Okay, to recall their memory. Okay, so they were given a booklet and they were asked to find out the advertisements. Okay, find out the advertisement by recalling their memory. So other data which we received during the data were, so vocabulary test, education, and sex. Okay, their gender. So all these 3 were gathered in the study. So now let us check, okay, the covariance. Okay, the covariance, and we shall estimate the variances between all this data. Okay, right. So let me draw. So we're going to Amos. So file, I'm going to data files and file name. I'm going to bring the data inside the sheet now. So user guide, open. So attg underscore young, that is the file which I'm going to bring it. Right, so now it is inside the data. I'm going to click OK. Right, now the data is inside. Now I am going to draw the diagram. So all the 4 variables are all the variables are rectangle box. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first I'm going to check the covariances. So first box, okay, I'm going to duplicate these, same one, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to check only between recalling, the recalling memory and where it is placed. Okay, let me first check that, and then I'll take you to regression. Now right click. Okay, so let me insert the variable. So see here, I'm going to click this particular button icon, list variables. So I'm going to bring recall here. Okay, this is before training, and recall, this score is after training. Okay, and then placing, identify where the advertisement was placed. So before training, after training. Okay, now I'm going to draw. I'm going to check whether there is a relationship between before and after training with the help of the recalling and placing, the identification of recalling power and memory power. Placing the where it is the advertisement is placed. Okay, fine. So let me draw correlations. So from place 2 to place 1, from recall to recall. Let me check what are all the available. Okay, so with this and this, okay, done. So from here to here is over, and again from here to here. Okay, done. Okay. Okay, so there are so recall 1 and recall 2, place 1 and place 2, and then recall 1 and place 1, and again recall 1 and place 2. So everything is now correlated. So let me check whether there is correlation, okay, between all these things. So what I'm going to do is analysis. I have to calculate estimates, so I need to save it. Okay, right. So I'm going to save it as T3 save. Okay, T3 save. Right, now it is run. Now I'm going to check the results. Okay, now here I'm going to click this view the output path diagram. I clicked it. Okay, now you can see automatically all the results are here. Right, so the relationship, the correlation between recalling recalling practice. So recall 1, and after training they identified at 3.58 level. Okay, and this is recall 1. So let me take you to the view text. Now this will give you a clear picture from where it is. See 17.96. So place 1 and place 2. So before training and after training. So it is correlated very nicely. Okay, so 17.905, and you can see here significant level is 000, and CAR is above 1.96, as I told, right? So it is needed. Okay, it is needed. So therefore this calculation is more of needed. Okay, this I mean to check all the, see, many researchers, many MPhil scholars, PG scholars, everybody are doing this kind of researches. So 1-to-1, before and after, all these kind of checks can be done by using this particular method. Okay, now it is very clear that only place 1 and place 2 is there is more variance. Okay, the covariance, that is 17.905. Others, place 1 and recall 2, it is very less, 2.0, and CR is very less, and this is okay, but the p-value is 0.02. So this can be checked, and again this can be checked. Okay, so 0.005, less than 0.005, and 0.028. Okay, done. So these two results can be explained for your analysis. Right, so recall 2 and recall 1, and place 1 and place 2, automatically there is relationship. So before training their IQ or the identification power is less. So after giving some training for the memory skill, now what happens, now the memory skill is increased. So they are very easily, they can identify the objects, okay, the advertisement from where it is placed. So this can be used by our faculties as well. Okay, all our students, the teachers, what they can do is they can first identify the memory skills or the existing skills of that particular class, and based on the class skilled nature, you can impart your knowledge. Okay, you can plan your teaching teaching methods. Okay, so this this analysis can be used for these purposes also. Okay, right, so this is the second method too. This is another way of finding out covariances, right? So let me repeat it again from the beginning. This is only model building. Okay, model building, and to explain your data. Okay, fix in mind, maybe everybody are scholars now, so you can fix how your data is there and how you can bring it into your models. Okay, so I will repeat it again. So file, I'll make it as a new one. So file, data files, I'm going to bring the file inside. So as user guide, I have shared this. Okay, and I'm going to click OK. Now the data is inside this MOS graphic. I'm going to draw the variables. So first variable, I'm going to duplicate it. So the 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now I'm going to list the variables inside. So you can see I am going to click that. Automatically the list variable window opens. So I'm going to bring recall 1 here and recall 2 here, place 1 here and place 2 here. Okay, now I'm going to draw the correlation arrow. So one, this, and again this, and from place 1 to the third one, and to last one, and the second one to last one. Okay, now everything is related. Okay, everything is related. So let me click estimates. So analysis, calculate estimates. So I have to save it. So T4. Okay, click. Now it is saved. Now I can go for the analysis, measurements, results. Okay, now this is the result. Okay, now you can see correlation is here. More correlation is between place 1 and place 2. Okay, and again recall 1 and recall 2 is 2.56. Okay, and recall 1 and place 2 is 3.58. So similarly all the correlations are can be viewed. So this can be viewed as a text also. So now you can see here estimates. Okay, estimates. So from here you can copy this and paste it in a Word file, and you can interpret the results. Okay, fine. Now this is the second module which I planned for you, and the third module is regression. This is very important because everybody do this. So those who are very eager with a long questionnaire, okay, with the bigger questionnaire, can go for this model. So this is very important. So note it down. I'll make it as slow as possible. Okay, as slow as possible. Now to explain this data, I am going to take you to a data called Warren. Okay, so Warren 5. Now you can see here, let me make it bigger. Okay, now you can see, am I right? Yeah. Okay, now this is variable, performance, knowledge, value, satisfaction, past training, right? So this is a study which was conducted with 98 managers. Okay, there was a study. Okay, it was a study which was conducted with 98 managers. Okay, so what they analyzed means they analyzed performance. Okay, performance of manager, knowledge of manager, value of manager, satisfaction of manager. Okay, so performance, knowledge, value, satisfaction. So all these variables were analyzed, right? And one more variable is past training. Okay, so past training was also added for this particular score, for this analysis. So among this performance, so in this performance, actually, when you are going to run a questionnaire, okay, say for example, this particular performance had items of 24 items. See, the performance score, no, it is computed into one score now. So the performance had 24 items. So how many items? 24 items. So let me put it in the chat box. Okay, it was, okay, I'll put it in chat box so that can get the, okay, so for performance it is 24 questions. Okay, let me put it so 24 questions. For knowledge, it is 26 items. For value, it is 30 items. Okay, for satisfaction, it is 11 items. I hope you now understand that logic, that one, right? So what happens here? this particular score. Okay, so performance that 24 items is now made as a single item. So that is the score here. After factor analysis, after running a factor analysis, you will have a score, computed score. So that score is this 0.0209. And after knowledge, okay, knowledge you have 26 item, and after that you have this score. So knowledge, okay, knowledge 0.0520, and then the value of the item is value, okay, and then the satisfaction. Okay, these are the scores. Now with this score we are going to regress. Okay, we are going to check the regression analysis. Okay, let me draw it. It will be a wonderful diagram. So everybody can do this, okay, and submit it in your research report. This is the best way to do the analysis part. Okay, I hope now your mind should be running to do this particular analysis, because when you have like 80 questions, 90 questions with a question, you can now compress into one particular page, and the results can be done in one particular diagram itself. Okay, you can exhibit. So I am going to Amos. Okay, so new one. Okay, new. Now from the beginning I am going to bring the data inside. So data files, okay, file name, and I'm going to bring this Excel file inside that, and then I'm going to choose where and file, and then click OK. Right, now the data is inside. So let me draw the diagram. So you can see there are knowledge, value, satisfaction. Knowledge, value and satisfaction. It is related to performance of a manager. Okay, so the data is all about the study among 98 managers. Okay, so the performance of managers is analyzed based on the knowledge, value and satisfaction. Okay, so these three. So I am going to draw variables for it. So first one is knowledge. So let me duplicate it. So knowledge, the second one is value, and third one is satisfaction. And here you have performance. Performance is also value, and then you should have an error term. Okay, right. Now I will, because everything is going to test this one. So let me put this one. First one is knowledge. Okay, so I'll put it very easily. So I will bring the list here. So now the list is here. So I'm going to bring knowledge, value. I'm pulling it. That's it. Value, and then satisfaction. Okay. Now performance. Now we are going to check whether all these three are related to performance of managers. Okay. Now to test that, I am going to draw. So knowledge is related to performance. Value related to manager's performance. Satisfaction is it related to performance of manager. Okay. So this is single arrow. Now you have double arrow, because I need to check whether there is correlation between these three. Okay, so let me check the correlation between satisfaction and value and knowledge, and again satisfaction and knowledge. Okay, and I told you in the first case, if any arrow points a rectangle box, then that rectangle box should have a error term. So let me draw that latent variable. I'm going to click this one. Okay, and I'm going to click here so that latent variable comes here. So one more click and one more click. Now the diagram looks nice. Okay, fine. So I'm going to name it. Right click object properties. Okay, now I'm going to put as error. Okay, error. So already here the weight is 1, it should be done. If it is not there, you need to put it. Okay, now the diagram is ready. Now we'll run for analysis. Okay, fine. So analysis, I have to save this, right? So calculate estimates. Okay, calculate estimates. So T5. Okay, done. So this is running here, you can see symbol of running. Now I am going to click this view the output path diagram, click there, and now you have the results. Okay, it is a wonderful result, you can see. Okay, so let me explain this diagram with this result as well. Okay, you can see knowledge. So the variance between knowledge and performance 0.26, value and performance is 0.15, satisfaction and performance 0.05, right? Correlation between satisfaction and value is minus 0.01 and this is 0.03, and the relation between satisfaction and knowledge is 0.00. Let me put this is unstandardized, and you can see here, let me change it to standardized, and let me take you to the text view. Now text view, in text view you can see estimates, giving you the clear idea. Now the regression, okay, the regression weights you can see knowledge and performance, it is 0.25 and the CR is 4.822 with a 0.00 significance level. Okay, that is very good. Again, value and performance is also very good. Satisfaction and performance is little bit less. Okay, but 1 point should be 1.96 and above. It is only 1.274. So value and performance is nice, and knowledge and performance is also good. Okay, knowledge with performance and value with performance is also good, but satisfaction level is not up to the mark. Okay, with the performance. Okay, so the managers, the result is very clear that only value and knowledge is related, is affecting more on performance and not the satisfaction level. Okay, and here below you can see the correlation. So this is regression weight, and you can see the covariances between value and satisfaction. It is minus value. So managers have some other value and they are negatively correlated. Okay, negatively correlated. You can see. And knowledge and value, again it is 0.02, very poor. And the knowledge and satisfaction is also very poor. Okay, knowledge level and satisfaction level is also very poor. So it is very clear that from a simple diagram, you can give a very good. So that huge questionnaire, that 80 questions or 80 items is now brought into a simple one-page diagram where you can explain it neatly. Okay, right. I will just stop with this, and I will give you 4 questions. Right. Now another 15 minutes more. You can ask any doubts regarding this. You can ask. Any doubts regarding your software or model building, everything. I will first explain you some basics, and after that you can ask question. See, this almost can be used from the basic level itself, right? See, SPS is 2 version, right? So the extended version is AMOS, the ordinary version is SPSS, ordinary SPSS, okay, IBM SPSS. In that you can do all the analysis, but to build the models like this, okay, build the models like this, you need to go for AMOS. Okay, that is another version, right? You can download it from IBM SPSS, and you can use the original version. I think 15 days they are allowing you to use it, and after that I think it is very minimal only. During your research report generation, or when you are going to do your analysis, at that particular time you can use it. You can pay it and use it. I think it is very cheaper. I think it comes around only 3,000 to 4,000 per month. Okay, that you can do. So always ask you to go for only the original versions, right? Fine. If you have any doubt, you can ask on models, like why we are doing this. Here I explained you why it is done. Let me check in any chat box if there is any questions. So what is the standard correlation between variables? Arif sir, Arif, there is no standard correlation. Okay, you can see in the literatures, when it is above 0.05, that is 50%. Okay, it is good. Okay, they tell that it is good. But there are many authors, who have proved that the correlation should be more than 70%. Okay, more than 70%. So it depends. Okay, it depends. Say for example, eyesights. So left eye and right eye. Okay, if the correlation is 100% only, we will assume that it is a right, we are seeing at a right object. Okay, but unfortunately, left eye will show different thing, and right eye will show different, meters. Okay, so but the object will see only one. So that is how it is. So based on your research, based on your data, you need to check whether this relationship is okay, whether this is okay for you. Okay, whether it is okay for you to interpret. Okay, so a little bit of common sense we need to put in that particular aspect depending upon the data. Okay, but on blindly telling, when the percentage is more, when the correlation is between zero point 0.9 and above, then it is good. Okay, if it is less, if it is 0.02 like that, by 0.20, then that is not that much related, not advisable. Okay, and so what is standard correlation? Yes, and as assistant professor, Kesia Bertician Coimbatore, Loknaiti. Any other questions? I am just checking chat box questions. That's the only question there. Okay. Done. Standardized, unstandard difference. Yes, Jivita, I'll just take you to the model now, and I'll show you what is that standardized and unstandardized. It is looking the variable. It is looking at the variable. See here, unstandardized and standardized estimates. Okay. When you are going to I'll just show you. Okay, I'm going to see here. I went to view analysis properties, and here generalized least squares and maximum. This is regression. Okay. Okay, so standardized estimates, and I'm going to click. Now, analysis, calculate estimates. Okay, I'm bringing in. So this is standardized estimates, and this is unstandardized estimates. Okay, in order to make it very clear or in understandable way, unstandardized is like using a raw data to do it. Okay, standardized is making that refined, making the data refined and then doing the result. Okay, that is the. It is you to interpret both the result. Okay, under unstandardized estimate, you can see the relationship between satisfaction and knowledge is 0.00, and when it is standardized estimate, you can see it is 0.06. Okay, the result changes. Right now, it is your responsibility to interpret the result with the help of unstandardized estimates and standardized estimates. Okay, both the results you can give it, and it is the reader or other researchers to take it, to take which one for their analysis. Okay, so they may interpret it some other way. So as a result, the best thing is that you can interpret unstandardized estimates and standardized estimates. Okay, both the thing you can do. That's a very good question, because it is purely about the data, how it is refined. Any other question? Jeevita, I think you're happy with that? Okay. Any other questions? Thanks. Done. Okay. So let me go to the interface and show you some other icons here. See these doing it here, like file, save as, print, manager, all this thing can be done. Edit, you have all this copy, paste, select all, like a word, you can also do it here. View, and this interface and diagram and the view will be used at most part. So text output, full screen, analysis properties, interface property, everything can be done with the help of view, and diagram is here where you need to draw with the help of see what I did, and then analysis. And here you have plugins. With the plugins you can draw covariances, and you can also bring plugins from, so no need to go to that level. Okay, for you know, you should not get confused. Okay, so all this are icons. So let me explain one by one. So this is rectangle box for variables, and this is for the variable which should be linked like this arrow dots. Okay, now let me show you with the new new one. See, this is a tree. Okay, latent variable tree where you can draw this. So I'm going to click here, and again I'm going to click here. See, this has several pairs. So instead of drawing, this is like a ready-made thing where you can so this is one. Okay, again I am doing it one. So this is second one, and what I can do is I can also rotate it. Okay, I can rotate it by selecting all. Okay, I can move also. Let me select. Okay, select and select all objects. So I have selected all objects. So let me rotate it. Okay, done. So deselect all. Let me select one item. Okay, so this is for individual purposes when you are drawing it one. Okay, parameters. So I just moved it to the side. Similarly, I can do it for this also. So these things you learn it as and when you start using it. Okay, so these are like advanced level where most frequently if you are going to use Amos, then you will be able to do this. Okay, so this is one advantage with Amos, and you can delete it. This is a delete icon, so you can delete. Okay, so I am deleting it. So this is very easy tool, very easy tool. I'm going to delete this. Okay, delete this. So I request all research scholars to get practice. It is free of, trial version is free, and there is object property. So these things you will be using it. Okay, so this everything is fine. Okay, yeah, I'll stop with this. Ma'am, Kavita ma'am, if you have any questions, you can share. I just exceeded. I am a little bit sorry, so 20 meters away. Kavita ma'am, I am stopping it. Hello.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'm stopping it, ma'am. If you have any
Okay, sir.
question,
No
yeah.
doubt. No one raised any doubt.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you, sir, for your highly valuable presentation. And I thank all the participants for your active participation. And our principal ma'am is in the meeting. Madam conveyed our congratulations to our resource person and to all the participants. And also, ma'am told her heartfelt thanks to our resource persons for taking a lot of efforts and presented lively. in such a way which will be beneficial to all the participants, especially research scholars. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm leaving. Okay. Thank you. And it is just a beginning for scholars. Okay. So I hope all scholars start practicing it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.